then let's get to the bottom
It's
of
like
that.
anorexia.
What's causing all that? How come 1 in every 12 kids who's a boy in California has autism now? Because that's what's going on. That's what's going on in California, which has one of the strictest fucking vaccine policies. 1 in 12. Did I say vaccines cause autism? Maybe I will have
Well, RFK's getting to that, yeah.
Yeah.
And now Florida doesn't demand vaccines for kids.
That's dangerous to me.
I knew you'd jump on that train.
Of course it's dangerous, Brian. What are you talking about? All vaccines.
Tetanus,
No.
Just go down the road we're
You
on?
need to bail on the tetanus thing because
What do you
Suzanne Humphreys.
Educate his ass.
Suzanne Humphreys explained tetanus.
She's not a vaccinologist. I know that woman. What are you talking about? So you're saying we
She's a
shouldn't have
medical
vaccines?
doctor that absolutely understands tetanus. She said tetanus, all you have to do is keep the wound open and clean it.
Oh, that's
you
such
don't,
bullshit.
It's not
Oh my
bullshit.
God,
it's
what
not bullshit.
bullshit.
Do you know how many people die of tetanus
Holy
every year?
fucking
Very
shit.
few.
What about
Just
polio?
Okay,
stop.
so let me ask you a question, Mr. Joe Rogan, Mr. Scientist. Are you saying that we shouldn't
Don't
have...
do that. Don't call me Mr. Scientist. I'll start mocking you, and it's so much easier to mock you.
So are we not... So you don't believe in vaccines? You don't think we should have vaccines?
It's not that I don't believe in vaccines.
what are you saying?
It's I
shouldn't
don't
have
think you should
74.
give a kid a Hep B vaccine when they're a baby.
Different subject.
I don't, no, MMA vaccine is absolutely connected to a host of serious, debilitating fucking problems that kids have gotten from them. There's a lot of problems because they don't test vaccines in a double-blind, placebo-controlled setting.
Hold it.
They test them against other vaccines. You know that, right?
Yes, I do. Excuse me. Let me just say something. Yes, you're right. You can make the argument for Hep B. Here's why. Because the chances of a child coming in contact with the kind of activity that causes Hep B is different. So now
Sexually
you say,
transmitted disease and
right.
needles.
So now you
Yeah.
say this. That chance is zero. The chance for vaccine injury with the Hep B is not zero. It's non-zero. Okay, so I understand that math. Okay, what I'm trying to say to you is that there are certain diseases. Pick up a history book: smallpox, diphtheria, mumps.
Have you ever looked at
tetanus,
how,
polio, paralytic diseases?
Have you ever polio? Please
Yes.
stop.
No,
You
I
don't-
won't. I
no,
won't.
No,
I
no.
know you
Bryan,
think it's
Bryan,
just. I've
Bryan,
heard Susan
Bryan.
Humphreys.
This is a long conversation that we're not going to have on this podcast
Right.
because I'm going to get angry because I've researched this for years.
Right.
Let's just.
But you're not a scientist.
I don't have to be a scientist
do.
to know that.
Yes, you do.
No, Brian, shut the fuck up. I don't have to be a scientist to read research to understand that they were spraying DDT all over the fucking country when everybody was getting polio. Do you know that?
Yes,
you know
I do.
the first
Yes, I
instances
do.
of polio, they happened in rural communities where they were all farmland and agriculture, and then cows were getting them, and horses were getting them, and dogs were getting them.
Let me make a statement.
They
Let me
were
ask you,
calling it paralytic polio.
do you agree with the following statement? It's not just.
I'm not gonna do this with you,
But it's
Brian.
not just about.
I brought up
It's not
vaccines,
just
thought that'd
about.
be a
Hold
fun
on,
debate.
hold on. Joe.
No,
it's
Brian,
not
I don't want to do this with
But
you.
it's not
I don't wanna
just
do this.
about.
We're in
is
the
it-
middle of a fight companion.
All right.
It's annoying.
All right, but it's like. I don't get it. Yeah. Being anti-vax.
but
being
be-
anti-vax
No,
is
it's
irresponsible.
anti-vax,
It's
Brian.
not anti-vax. Questioning why there's so many, though.
My kids are all vaccinated, and they're vaccinated, but they went on a delayed schedule. They delayed
So did mine.
schedule.
So did mine. So did
You're
mine.
not?
Yeah, you're not.
Yeah, good for you. I don't think you need to.
No, they're healthy as fuck.
Yeah.
Between the two of them, they have 12 touchdowns this week. 2 home runs.
I think the problem is that the pharmaceutical drug companies have an exemption because of what they did in the 1980s with Reagan, where they allowed them to never worry about being sued. And that's when they ramped up the fucking schedule. And that's also the correlation. When you look at all the fucking host of all sorts of diseases and issues
Just
that
look
start
at
happening with kids.
autism. It's through the
Autism
fucking
is just
roof.
one. There's a lot of other autoimmune issues. There's a lot of like serious problems.
I think there are 3 things that have pushed us beyond our biology, and the reason we don't have a lot of children dying: nutrition, sanitation, and vaccines. And I think anybody who says otherwise is, I think it's crazy.
But you can't say all vaccines be.
I didn't say all vaccines.
But
I
he's not saying all
I get very
vaccines.
worried when
But
people
he's not
start
saying all
saying
vaccines.
It sounds like he is.
Brian, you don't know what the fuck I'm saying. You don't.
Well, I know because you don't want to talk about it.
Brian, I don't want to talk about it in the middle of a podcast because it'll completely derail the podcast. And I'll start showing you statistics. If you look at when people stop getting all of these diseases and then when the introduction of vaccines happen, it's at the end. After the diseases had already gone through the population. Most of those diseases were eradicated by sanitation and nutrition.
Yes,
there was a
that's correct.
huge problem in this country. People were living in fucking squalor.
I agree. But there's still pathogens that are very dangerous.
Sure there are.
So
the problem is that these pharmaceutical drug companies are fucking insanely, entirely corrupt. They have been corrupt for a long fucking time, and there's a revolving door between the FDA and these pharmaceutical drug corporations. They go from the FDA into these positions. They have this golden parachute, and then they ramp up the fucking schedule every year. And it's not about public health. None of it is about looking out for you. All of it is about making money. That's the problem.
Who wants to do some smelling salts?